Good evening. This is Reverend Dr. Tracey, and I'm here to teach you a Step 10 class. So come into a comfortable seated pose and close your eyes. Lift your spine. Make sure your feet are flat on the earth. And let's start to take some deep breaths into your body. Breathing in and breathing out slowly. And you can notice that breath coming in through your nose as a cooler breath, leaving your nose as a hotter breath. Tonight we're going to start with a breath called, some people call it the victorious breath. Some people refer to it as the Ujjayi breath. Some people say it's the ocean sounding breath. So it goes by many names. And we're going to be working by closing the throat a little bit. And as you hollow or close out the throat channel and breathe through your nose, you're going to hear a resonant vibration, a sound. So again, it sounds like the ocean, or it sounds like wind through the trees. Some people even call it the Darth Vader breath. So to do this, you place your tongue against the top teeth. You slightly drop the head down and then pull the chin back. You'll feel the restriction in your throat, but it won't be closed off. As you inhale through the nose, you'll hear that vibration. Now keep the tongue lifted up as you exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Continue breathing the ocean sounding breath. And as you're doing this breath, you're going to notice how the mind starts to get quiet. But what we're doing is really concentrating the energy here in the throat to awaken this fifth chakra, the fifth energy center in the body. This is the one that's responsible for our communication. So in order to speak, in order to communicate clearly, this has to be open. So if a lot of mucus is coming up, or you feel like coughing or clearing your throat as you're doing this practice or this breath, let yourself do that. That's the energy trying to open up this channel. Just like that. Clear it and go back to Ujjayi breath or victorious breath, ocean sounding, Darth Vader breath, whatever you want to call it. And you'll notice how, things are shifting in there as you're doing this breath. And when you get really good at it, you won't have to tuck your chin in so much. You'll be able to keep your head straight. You won't even have to lift your tongue as much. Once this becomes an everyday practice, you'll be able to just drop right into it. So we're going to do a couple more deep breaths, Ujjayi. So I don't know if you noticed, I was really fighting back a sneeze there. This really oxygenates the body, but again, it has a calming effect on the brain. We're going to add our mudra, or our hand gesture tonight. Touch the thumb to your middle finger. Let the other fingers extend. This is the ether mudra. Ether is the element of this chakra, of this energy center. So we'll connect a little bit more for just a few more rounds of breath. Again, clearing your throat as you need to. Let go of the big sigh. Inhale. And one more. And that also helps to open the fifth energy center. Let's take our hands to our heart for a moment, bowing our head. As we introduce step 10 tonight, think about how you've been doing on those previous steps that have led to this point. In step 10, we continue to take a personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admit it. So this is another inventory step. You can't get away from that. You keep working through the resentments, and you keep working through any energy that's holding you back. And as you're doing that, as you continue these inventories, if you realize that you were wrong, you have to promptly admit that. And that comes from this center being open, being able to effectively communicate, and to communicate in a way that is honest and not hurtful at the same time. So we're going to work to open this throat center a little bit more. You can rest your hands down, make sure the spine is tall, and then lower the chin to the chest, keeping your back straight, and breathe. Now I'm going to ask you, whenever we're doing something, to go back to the breath that I taught you in the beginning, the victorious breath. Squeeze the back of the throat a little bit, take deep breaths, lift the tongue, creating that sound. We have an affirmation you can think of too. As you inhale, I. Exhale, speak. So the affirmation is, I speak. Shoulders are down and back. Go ahead and lift your head up, inhale. And on the exhale, drop your left ear to your left shoulder. And I'm going to ask you to bring your left hand to the top of the head, not to pull it, but guide it. Let the right arm rest down or reach for the floor. Feel that opening in the whole right side of the throat and neck, and breathe Ujjayi breath. Now some like to place this hand on the head and inhale, lift it up, and lower the hand back down. Take a couple breaths. I always notice when I'm opening here, everything starts to kind of drain, and so I have to keep clearing the throat. That's what you want, if this energy center is a little blocked. And think about this, the energy came up from our heart, which was so expansive, and then it funneled into this tiny little spot. And so there's actually a secondary part of this energy center of communication is detoxification. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go ahead and drop to the other side. Head goes down, and you can bring the right arm up to the top of the head, guide it over, left arm dangles down. Now go back into the victorious breath, the Darth Vader breath. I'll call them all of them for you tonight. And again, maybe you're using the hand to lift the head back up, put it back even. Take a couple more deep breaths. Always that ocean breath, that breath in the throat. Inhaling, I. Exhaling, speak. Let's drop the chin to the chest again. Deep breaths, I speak. And then on the inhale, look up towards the sky without dropping the head back into the shoulders. Keep space, but open. And I'm going to invite you to pull your bottom lip over your top lip and really accentuate the opening here in the throat. See if you can still do that breath where you're lifting your tongue. And go ahead and release forward again. Digging deeper, let's drop the chin to the chest, continuing the breath in the throat, circling the head to one side with an inhale. Back and exhale to the other side. Slowly continuing the circles. Now let's go the other way slowly. Back, exhale to the other side, and continue. We're going to finish one more circle. And lower the chin to chest. Hold that for deep breaths. And lifting your head back up, take 3 surrender breaths. With them, inhale the shoulders to your ears. And one more. Beautiful. Take a few moments. Notice the energy opening here in the throat. As you close your eyes and tune into the throat area, this 5th chakra, the color is light blue. So I want you to visualize a ball of light blue light right there in the throat, right in the center of the throat. And with every one of those victorious breaths or ujjayi breaths that you do, imagine this light growing and expanding. So it might start small, and then as you're breathing, it grows and grows and grows. So it fills up your whole neck and throat and expands beyond the physical container. Take a few moments to visualize that. I mentioned before the detoxification part. We might be going through a whole other level of detoxification if we're working through these steps. But I want to mention the energetic detoxification too, as we're clearing here and we're talking about communicating honestly. Sometimes what happens when this is locked in or blocked is we can't effectively communicate or communicate honestly. We lie a lot. So in that lying, that's again creating this energy lock here or block. And we can't continue to manifest our best life, our best selves if we're stuck in this energy center. So I want you to think of this light growing, cleansing through this area of your body, cleansing and detoxifying on an energetic level so that you can effectively speak honestly. And then I want you to take a moment to think of something maybe you need to reveal that you are wrong about, promptly admit. And as you bring your hands to your heart, take a moment to think about inhaling truth. And on the exhale, releasing any lies that you might still be holding on to. So on the inhale, you can stretch up. And on the exhale, releasing any lies. And then taking your hands behind the back and interlacing the fingers if you can, and pulling the shoulders back, looking up, letting the knuckles drop. And as you're looking up, take that bottom lip over the top lip again. Release your hands to your heart, gathering in the truth, honesty. Inhale it up. Exhale, releasing any lies that we're still holding on to. Hands behind the back. Clasp them, open your chest, look up, and pull the bottom lip or jaw forward. You can even use your whole jaw, pull it forward. Release. Go ahead, place your hands to your heart center again. Again, inhale, reach up, honesty, truth, integrity. Exhale, releasing any lies. Hands behind the back. Shoulders back, knuckles down, look up, pull that bottom lip forward. You'll notice each time it gets easier. And exhale, release your hands again here to your heart. Take a deep breath. Inhale, reach up, honesty, truth, integrity. Exhale, release, bring your hands around the back, interlace your fingers, heart open, knuckles down, bottom lip up, over the top lip. Now this is step 10. This is the 4th time. Can we do 10 of them? That should really open this area. Release your hands. Inhale, reach up, honesty. Exhale, around the back, releasing any lies, opening the throat center. We'll take 3 breaths for the rest of them. Hands to the heart. This is the 6th one, I think. Inhale up. And if we do an extra one, it's okay. Release any lies. Hold for 3 breaths. Hands to heart. 7, inhale up. Honesty, truth, release the lies. Hold for 3 breaths. Around to the hands again, gathering up the honesty, the integrity, the truth, releasing the lies for 8. Maybe you're walking through your steps as you're doing this, thinking about how far you've come, and maybe there's still some times where you do a little something that's not right and you need to promptly admit it, right? We're all human. That's the human part. Sometimes we fall back a little. I think part of the importance there is the significance of realizing it and striving to correct the behavior, the pattern. We'll be talking about that more next time. Hands in for 9, inhaling to truth. Releasing those lies, holding for 3 breaths. And again, the hands are going to come in, the last one. So maybe here you want to think of exactly the person that you need to promptly admit something to, and reach up for all the clarity, strength, honesty to speak to that person truthfully. Release anything blocking it and hold for 3 breaths. And then release your hands, and we'll do 3 surrender breaths. Inhales, maybe shoulders draw up. And last one. And what you should notice is there's not so much of a need for clearing here. Maybe there's not as much mucus or congestion. Things are more open. The breath feels deeper, right? So working on just concentrating on that for 25 minutes, that's a lot of work. So sit back in your chair, find a comfortable seat. If you want to go one leg up on the seat, you can, or otherwise both feet flat on the floor. If you're comfortable bringing both legs up and crossing them, that's fine. And maybe just find that ether gesture again, that mudra. You don't have to do any ujjayi breath, just close your eyes and focus on this energy center and the sensations you're feeling. And of course, you can take more time here, or you can start to blink your eyes open. Coming back from that little relaxation. And I had you focus on the energy here. And that's because this small little area that gets so tight and closed, when we do that energetic work to open it up, you might feel lots of tingling, lots of heat or different energetic sensations. And if it's been blocked for a while, I want you to be really aware and cautious as you're admitting those different things to people, because sometimes this just explodes and comes out, and we never want to say anything that would ever harm another person. So even though we need to be honest and express ourselves, we also have to have the wisdom of knowing exactly how to do that, the grace and awareness, so that we're not harming another in the process of that. So if you bring your hands to your heart, bow your head as we just remember step 10, right? Continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. The light and the dark bows to your light and the dark. Thank you. Namaste.